Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, Scotty and I are unboxing the next beautiful product in the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth expansion. We are going to have a look and unbox the set booster box for this amazing set. So thank you very much, Scotty, for that intro. As usual, we are here with Glamdring, the replica here, just bringing us good luck, we hope. We really enjoyed opening the draft. It was very good. We got some decent pulls, but overall, I would say the flavor and the art of this set is amazing. It's so cool, especially if you are a fan of the Lord of the Rings. As you can notice, I am. So without further ado, this is the box opening. Also, I noticed that it doesn't have 30th anniversary logo on the side of it, just out of curiosity. So without further ado, let's open up. We've already gone into kind of reviewing the set overall. Well, most of the commons anyways have been done. So the way that we do these unboxings, unlike the guide that we've left, that we will leave in the description below to explain what's in a set booster, here we take our time and we look at new cards that we haven't seen before. We go into them and we see how good they are, give you our opinion, and if we've seen them before, we just skip over them kind of. And we try to give you a good enough opinion about them in the different formats, especially in limited, since you can draft this set. So here is an art of the Balrog, and here is the box topper, which contains a Realms and Relics box topper, which is either a land or an artifact from the Magic the Gathering history, and they've reprinted it with a different name, but the card is essentially the same. You can get commons, uncommons, etc. that have been imprinted, but they're all mythics, and you can get some really cool ones. These are going to be foil, so that's going to be cool. And yeah, if you want a bit of a description of what you can get in here, as I said, we will leave a link of it in the description below. So without further ado, let's go here. So here's the box topper for our set booster, the Realms of Relics box topper. As usual, we are hoping to get something nice. It's going to be foil, and yeah, there's a pool of 31 cards if I'm not mistaken in this. So let's see what do we get. Okay, the Bear Downs, the Bazooka Bog. Oh well, not too bad, not too great. It's okay. That's a common, right? That's been made into Bear Downs. The art is beautiful, but it's just not worth that much. Anyway, that's it. We will have a look at the boosters. As usual, the set boosters tend to have the biggest amount of value out of the normal packs, second only to collector's boosters, of course. And they're a bit more affordable than collector's boosters, but you cannot get any of the serialized rings, including the one ring. So just remember that when you're opening yours, but you can get quite a bit of rares and mythics. So first off is the art card of Gandalf the White. Then we get an extended art Forest. Then we get Isolation at Orthanc, Fire of Orthanc. Okay, that happens many times, the one on the back of the other. Cast into the Fire, Smite the Deathless, and we go onto the uncommons. Legolas, Counter of Kills, Friendly Rivalry, Gimli, Counter of Kills. Ooh, and we get our first extended art with Quick Beam, Upstart, End. We're seeing this in the normal art. This is the borderless, sorry, not extended, borderless art. And this is a scene, so this is a quite beautiful new addition. Next up, in the wildcard slot, we get Galadriel, Elven Queen. She is one of the commanders for this expansion, so she has her own deck. It's a 4 or 5 elf noble for 2 generic and 1 blue and 1 green. It has Will of the Council, which states that at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if another elf has entered the battlefield on your control this turn, starting with you, each player votes for the minion or guidance. If the minion gets more votes, the ring tempts you. Then you put a +1/+1 counter on your ring bearer. If it's guidance, it gets more votes, or the vote is tied, you get to draw a card. So this is quite a decent little commander. Then we get the Fall of Gil-galad, which we've seen before. And the foil is Eomir of the Rittermark. Oh, and we get a list card slot. I'm interested to see what list card slots they put inside, because lists tend to have similar flavor or theme to the current set, and since there's nothing like this one set before. So this one is Endless Obedience, which is a 4 generic and 2 black sorcery with Convoke, and that's really nice. And put target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under control. So Reanimator in theme with Sauron, so that's really cool. Okay, so I really love opening set boosters. Set boosters are collector's boosters are my favorite. Of course, collector's boosters are the best for me because I'm a collector. Ooh, that's nice. This is the Showcase Ring of Galadriel, if I'm not mistaken. One of the versions of Galadriel anyway. And this is the stamped signature version, which happens, if I'm not mistaken, in 1 in 10 boosters, more or less. Then we got a Plains, Hobbit Sting, Pippin's Bravery, Many Partings, Second Breakfast, I love the flavor of this card, Lembas, Rising of the Day, Shadowfax, Lord of Horses, Oath of the Grey Host, Meriadoc Brandybuck. Ooh, Saruman of Many Colors. This is a mythic or 5/4 avatar wizard for 3 generic and 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 black. Has ward. Discard an enchantment, instant, or sorcery card. Okay, so that's a difficult ward to, well, do, because I mean, yes, you'll have instant sorcery spells, but it's annoying. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, each opponent mills 2 cards. When 1 or more cards are milled this way, exile target enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell card with or less mana value than that spell, the spell that you've discarded, from an opponent's graveyard. Copy the exile card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Wow. So this is a very interesting card. I don't know if you'd want to play it in limited. That's our first proper mythic. But yeah, it's a very interesting card for sure. Then we get a ring cutout. Yeah, I think it's strong. It's just it's annoying in and of itself with just the fact that it has ward. Yeah, I would definitely play it. I think it's pretty good in limited. Could be a really cool commander as well. Who knows? Who knows? Don't tell. Okie doke. Let's go on. We have beautiful art of Gandalf the Grey. We have a full art mountain foil, Elven Farsight, Lothlorien Lookout, Galadrim Guide. Reorganize a bit. Alright, Galadrim Bow, Shower of Arrows, Strider Ranger of the North, Eowyn Lady of Rohan, we saw her on our pre-release. Reprieve, I really love this card. Gollum Patient Plotter in the Showcase version of the ring. That's nice. Frodo Sauron's Bane. Oh, this is nice. This is a 1/2 legendary creature, halfling citizen. This is Frodo and Mount Doom. It costs 1 white, and then for either of or Zov colors ×2. If Frodo Sauron's Bane is a citizen, he becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2, 3, and lifelink. And then for 3 black, if it's a scout, it becomes a halfling rogue. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. I really love the flavor of this card because it shows the growth of Frodo throughout the story. So I really love this card, and it's pretty good. I think it's really good in the right deck and limited as well. Necro Spiders are foil. Oh wow, that's another list slot. Argivian Find from the Weatherlight. So Argivian Find is a 1 white instant. Return target artifact enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Very nice. This is so cool to see these cards reprinted. Okay. Yeah, I love the list slot. It's like, I don't know, getting a KFC spicy wing pack or bucket and you get an extra wing inside. So happy. Plains, Easterling Vanguard, Haradrim Spearmaster, Rohirrim Lancer, Relentless Rohirrim, Faramir Field Commander, We've seen them before. Danadine Rangers. Shortcut the Mushrooms. Meriduc Brandy Book. Ooh, Ring Wraiths. This is a 5/5 Wraith Knight for 4 generic and 2 black. When it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. And if that creature is legendary, the controller loses 3 life. And then when the ring tempts you, return Ring Wraiths from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, this is really annoying and really good actually. I like that. Ooh, and we get a mythic. Arwen Mortal Queen. 2/2 elf, noble for 1 generic, 1 green, and 1 white. And when it enters the battlefield, it has an indestructible counter on it, and then you can tap 1 generic and remove the indestructible counter from her. Another creature gains +1/+1 indestructible. Gains indestructible until the end of the turn, and you get a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on that creature, and a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on Arwen. So basically this is to speak about the flavor of her sacrificing her immortality for Aragorn. So this is really, really flavorful. It's also a very, very strong card. I like it. So second mythic. Fearfire Foes is our foil, and then we get an Orc Army. This set has some beautiful, flavorful cards, and I'm a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings, so it's so nice to see it come to life. Okie dokie. Okay, now we have, I think this is the Witch King of Agmar. Yep, Witch King of Agmar. Alright, then we get a Full Art Swamp, Shire Scarecrow, common, Revive the Shire, Brandywine Farmer, Took Reaper, Denethor Rolling Steward, Oldman Willow, Rise of the Witch King, Voracious Fellbeast, Oliphant the Borderless, Scene, File of Galadriel. This is a legendary artifact for 3 generic. We've seen it before in our pre-release. I think it's kind of nice. It's definitely something you want to play in Constructed. And then we get a Golem Patient Plotter as a showcase ring version, so in the foil. There you go. That's what the foil looks like. And whoa, okay, sure. Yes, please. Heliod, God of the Sun. This is the original Theros, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 5/6 legendary enchantment god for 3 generic and 1 white. It has indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, it ain't a creature. And then other creatures you control have vigilance. And then for 2 generic and 2 white, you put a 2/1 white cleric enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. So this is really a nice card. Yeah, it's really interesting to see this card as a flavor subtext to this, and that's a mythic. So that's amazing. Really amazing. All right. Next up, what do we get? Okay. Oh, which one is this Temptation? This is a show. Oh, it's Pippin, the Guard of the Citadel. This is that's interesting. I don't know what the art is supposed to represent in the story, but anyway, that's really cool in the showcase. And then we get a Fuller Mountain, Rally at Hornburg, Quarrel's End, Banished from Edoras, Bewitched Lishcraft, Ring Sight, Fire Inscription, Bitter Downfall, Ranger's Firebrand. This is a decent shock. Rising of the Day, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it attaches to this side. Funny enough. Yes, it does. That's cool. Okay, and then we continue. We have Gandalf the Grey as our rare, which we've seen before. This is our third Gandalf the Grey. And then we have Eastmark Cavalier as our foil, and then a Human Soldier token. So the foils go here. Trying to keep it organized whenever you can, because that way it's easier to recount what we get at the end. Okay, and also to see the value and organize it afterwards. Okay, and we have Arwen and Aragorn wed. Okay, we get a normal swamp. That's the first one of the pack. We get Nimble Hobbit, East Farthing Farmer, Eastmark Cavalier, Westwood Rider, Golem's Bite, which is a nasty little bite, Gandalf Sanction, Very decent card. Council Deliberation, another very decent card. Shire Sheriff in extended art. Ooh, Rivendell. This is the borderless extended art of Rivendell, so it's an alternate borderless art. It's a legendary land. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. And you'll find that all the lands of all the 5 colors do that first ability. And then you tap it to add 1 blue, and then for 1 generic and 1 blue, tap to scry 2, activate only if you control a legendary creature. I think this and the green one are the better ones with the lands. That's a nice rare. Ooh, we get another Horn of the Mark. We've seen this one in our pre-release. And then we get a foil Goreback of Minas Morgul, and then a food token. So far, very excited. Ooh, that's nice. This is the Ghost Quarter. We've not seen the card before. Island, foil, full art. Esquire to the King. The Knights of Dol Amroth, the Undying Blade. Improvised Club, love that. Stone of Erech. The Bath Song, I like that saga. The Grey Havens, yes. Glorfindel, Dauntless Rescuer. Legolas Counters Kills, which is in the showcase. Galadriel of Lothlorien is a 3/3 elf noble. I think we've seen this one before, just we've seen it in a different version. It's a beautiful card and it interacts with scrying and it allows you to do a lot. So it's really, really good. Gimli's Fury is our foil, and then we get a tentacle token. So yeah, that's very interesting, as they say. Oh, this is the Sol Ring, the non-serialized or non-special version. This is Sol Ring, which is supposed to represent Sauron. This is really, really cool art. Swamp, normal. Morgul Knife Wound. Fogon Bear Dance. Soldier of the Grey Host. Eagles of the North. Escape from Orthanc. Arwen Undomiel. Celebrant the Wise. Mirror of Galadriel. Oh, Dunlan Kerbane. I've seen her quite a few times, the Kerbanes in the borderless scene art. Legolas Master Archers on 1/4, Elf Archer for 1 generic and 2 green, has reach. Whenever you cast a spell that targets him, you put a +1/+1 on him, which is insane. And then whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you don't control, Legolas deals damage equals to his power to up to 1 target creature. And this is a card that can grow really, really quickly, and if you can buff it in any means, it can become really strong. It's a definite decent card. Cast into the Fire foil, and then Ravnica at War is our list slot. It has exile all multicolored permanents, of course. That's beautiful. Wow, that is amazing. That is really nice. Okay. Alright, we have Gimli, Plains, full art, Lash of the Balrog, Nasty End, Cirith Ungol, Shadow's Ambush, Shadow Summoning, Theoden, King of Rohan, Mouth of Sauron, Lash of the Balrog, and the extended art, or borderless scene art, Gandalf the Grey in the showcase. This is him being pulled down by the Balrog, the bridge, Moria. Lothar the Corrupt Sheriff, we've seen him before. It's a decent rare. Ooh, our first foil rare is a Born Upon a Wind. As a 1 generic and 1 blue, you may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. You draw a card. That's not bad. The cost is not too bad. You draw a card, and you can definitely want to do, like, I don't know, a creature that you can put on top of this, or a sorcery. So definitely a good card, and then you get nothing. Very beautiful card. It's not something that's gonna break your limited deck, but it's decent enough with the blue and red deck. Okie dokie. Okay, we got a Swamp, Sam's Desperate Rescue, now for Ref, now for Ruin, Breaking the Fellowship, Glorious Gale, Dreadful as the Storm, Gwaihir, Windlord, Stern Scolding. I really like this card. It's not great for limited necessarily, but I think it's going to be good for constructed. You cannot pass. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire in the Ring Showcase version. This is very, very nice. Beautiful art. Horn of Gondor. Oh, that's nice. So it's a legendary artifact for 3 generic. This is, I think, Boromir. And when Horn of Gondor enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 human soldier creature token. And for 3 generic and tap it, you create X 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens, where X is the number of humans you control. Very good in a humans deck. So the I guess the Boris one would be a great addition for it. And then we get the Sam's Desperate Rescue in the foil. And then the ring emblem. Kidoki doki. We're getting there. Beautiful, beautiful packs. Okay, foil island. Generous and mushroom watchdogs, which they are the watchdogs from Farmer Maggot and his mushrooms. Starling Wog, Bill Fernie Bree Swindler, Bill the Pony. They go hand in hand together. Stu the Conies, these are removal. Shire Sheriff, the normal version. Butterbur Bree Innkeeper. Nasty End in the scenic boardless art. Lobelia Sackville Baggins, decent rare. Book of Muzzerbull, which is in the foil, and then an army token. That's not bad at all. So we got really fortunate with our opening for the draft booster box. We really enjoyed that one. Swamp, Battlescar Goblin, Troll of Khazad-dûm, Lorien Revealed, Wizard's Rockets, Ugluk, the White Hand, Gorebag of Minas Morgul, Saruman's Trickery, which is a counter, Saruman the White, Elrond Lord of Rivendell. This is in the showcase version. Oh, Delighted Halfling again, wonderful card, great for Commander. Hithlane Knots in the foil, and then we get a food token. Delighted Halfling is one of those cards that Commander players will definitely want. It will drop in price as people are opening boxes now, definitely. And we get a Forest, an Oliphant, Mirkwood Spider, Mirkwood Bats, another Commander card. And it's also decent, I would say, if you can play in the right deck and limited. I definitely have some very good interactions with my limited deck. Ithling Kingfisher, Rosie Cotton of the South Lane, Peregrine Took, Meridog Brandybuck, Bilbo Retired Burglar, Many Partings in the Scene Borderless. Ooh, Sauron the Necromancer. This is a great card. It's a 4/4 Avatar horror for 3 generic and 2 black. It has menace, and whenever Sauron attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard. You create a tapped attacking token that's a copy of the card, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with menace. At the beginning of their next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. And you definitely want to be playing this with some ring Temptu cards. It is a broken card, to say the least, because you get back any creatures that your opponents might have removed. So absolutely, this is amazing. Ooh, and then we get another foil rare. This is Gandalf the Grey in foil. This will be our 4th Gandalf the Grey. Nice. And then we get a food token. Yeah, that's a great card. I like it. And the Necromancer is a decent card. Okie dokie, this is a Palantir? Question mark? It's a Commander Sphere. Oh, okay. That's a different art. Mountain. Ants Fury. Great Hall of the Citadel. Gimli's Axe. Gimli's Fury. Yep, very Gimli centered. Barrow Blade. Frodo Baggins. Gollum Patient Plotter. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. Voracious Foul Beast in the borderless scene art. Beautiful. War of the Last Alliance is our rare, which we've seen before. And Easterling Vanguard is our foil, and we get another list card. Brago's Representative is a 1/4 human advisor for 2 generic and 1 white. While voting, you get an additional vote. So this is it. It's a 1/4. Okay, and this is Conspiracy, if I'm not mistaken, or Battle Bonds, one of the two. That's an interesting list slot. Politicians. Kidoki. Okay, Aragorn here in the art. The Plains, Delman Crebain, the normal version. You see the Messenger, Treason of Isengard, Swarming of Moria, Tale of Tinuviel, Gift of the Strands, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, Pippin's Bravery in the Scene Borderless, Call of the Ring. This is an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card, and it only costs 1 generic and 1 black. So this is a really good card for the ring tempts you. Bilbo Retired Burglar is our foil, and then a treasure token. Yeah, definitely very good for the ring tempts you deck. Any kind of deck center around that, that's insanely good. 100%. Ooh, that's nice. What is that? The Dem Marshes. Okay. Mountain foil, full art. Warbeast of Gorgoroth. Surrounded by orcs. Orcish Medicine. Mortar Muster. Grishnak, Brash Investigator. Gron the Gatebreaker. Goblin Fire Leaper. Fear Fire Foes. Meriadoc Brandybuck. Oh my god. Make a mess here. Forge a new decent card. Enchantment. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire in the Showcase foil version, and then okay, that's nice. This is a Planar Collapse. During upkeep, there are 4 more creatures in play. Sacrifice Planar Collapse, destroy all creatures. These creatures cannot be regenerated this turn. This is really blast from the past for myself. I love this card. I've gotten it before in the list slot as well. That's really cool. Okay, Plains, Erebor Flamesmith, Bagan Porter, Mirror Guardian, Enraged Sworn, Horses of the Bruin, Androt Basin, Long List of the Ants, Firemeal Field Commander in the Showcase version, Elrond Master of Healing in the Scene Borderless version. It's a 4/4. We've seen him before, but we've not seen him in this beautiful art, so that's really nice. Minas Tirith, another legendary land. This enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap for adding 1 white, and then for 1 generic 1 white, you tap it to draw a card, and activate only if you attack with 2 or more creatures this turn. So that's a decent enough land. I like it, and it's a rare. Pippin's Bravery foil, and then a food token. Okie. Very good card so far. I am extremely pleased with what we got. Love it. Okie doke. Swamp. The Torment of Golem. Soothing Smeagol. Captain of Umbar. Pelargir Survivor. Foray of Orcs. March of the Black Gate. From the Black Gate, this is really good. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant. Very good in combination with that. Oliphant again in the Borderlands scene. You tend to get a lot of the same ones, huh? Nazgul in yet another beautiful version. Oh, the Watcher in the Water. We saw this one in our pre-release. That's an interesting mythic. And then we get on a Borderless scene Knights of Dol Amroth version. And that is a beautiful card. And then a Ballistic Boulder token. Okie dokie. We're almost at the last third. This is the last one of the second third. Okie doke. Sauron with the rings. Boon of the Wishgiver. Okay, we're not seeing this card. Forest. Woes Pathfinder. Protector of Gondor. Errand Rider of Gondor. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Antish Restoration. Quick Beam Upstart End. Landrivan Horizon Witness. Metal Door Swift Savior. Knights of Dol Amroth. Flowering of the White Tree. We've seen it before. This is our rare. And then we get a foil Maps of Sauron. And then a little mini game. That's nice. Okie doke, last third. Here we go. What do we get? Okie doke. Alright, we get an island. We get the Grey Havens Navigator. An Immortal Watcher. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. Chance-Made Elves. Yorath, the Healing House. Ymir of the Riddermark. Arkenbrand, Lord of Westfold. Prince Imrahil. Nasty Anne. Nice. Mithril Coat. Okay, this is legendary equipment. We've not seen before. This is a 3 generic. Flash Indestructible. When enters the battlefield, you attach it to a legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has Indestructible. That's not a bad way to save your own creature. And equip it for 3. Not bad. Give something indestructible is really nice to do. Remember, there is a red interaction that doesn't care if it's indestructible. It still kills your creature, but dealing 3 damage. Shire Scarecrow is our foil, and then another minigame. Not bad. It's a nice flavor. It's nice that you can flash it in, that's for sure, as a defense mechanism. Okie doke. See the Mouth of Sauron, a Swimp, Swarming of Moria, Warbeast of Gorgoroth, surrounded by orcs, Orcish Medicine, Rosie Cotton of South Lane, Peregrine Took, Mediduck Brandy Book. So that was a very halfling hobbit heavy uncommon slot. Yep, Bilbo, of course. Pippin's Bravery. Oh, Ragers of Ithilien. This is very nice. We've seen it in our pre-release. I couldn't play it, unfortunately, but it was very nice. Morgul Knife Wand is our foil, and then Interplanar Beacon is our list slot. That's very nice. We're getting quite a lot of list cards in this opening. That's very, very cool. I don't think there's anything major. Maybe Heliod isn't okay. But yeah, still very nice. Reaper. Full art Swamp Foil, Shire Terrace, Baggins Porter, Baromir Guardian, Enraged Warren, Barrowblade, Frodo Baggins, and then we get Golem Patience Plotter, Samwise the Start-Hearted, Frodo Baggins Showcase version, Smeagol Helpful Guardian Normal version, we've seen the showcase version of this, Shire Terrace Foil, and then a Treasure Token. Yeah, we saw Smeagol and I think that's a really good card actually in Limited as well. Could definitely play it. Alright. What do we get? A Swamp. Mordor Master. A Torment of Gollum. Soothing Smeagol. Captain of Umbar. Tale of Tin of Yell. Gift of Strands. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Dunlin Crebain. A Sultan's Gilead. This is a sorcery that costs X and 3 red. You mass orcs X, then goblins and orcs you control gain double strike and haste until the end of turn. That's really good finisher. Definitely a good finisher for the black-red deck. It's a top end card for sure. Ooh, another rare. That's nice. Barad-dûr, legendary land, and enters the battlefield tapped. Unless you control a legendary creature, you tap to add 1 black, and then you can pay X, X, and 1 black. You tap it to amass X orcs. Activate only if a creature died this turn. Not bad. That's a decent enough land. I like it. It's a rare. Then we get a foil, Quick Beam, Upstart Ant, and a Ballistic Boulder, which I love. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think we're getting quite a bit of value out of these. Kidok. An island. Sounds desperate. Rescue. Now for Wrath. Now for Ruin. Breaking of the Fellowship. Grishnak. Brash Instigator. Goron the Great Gatebreaker. And again, one back to back. One and the other. Goblin Fire Leaper. Fear Fire Foes. Foray of Orcs. Elrond Lord of Rivendell in the showcase. Gimli Morphle Avenger in the rare slot. Gimli Counter of Kills in the full showcase version. Ooh! Oh my god! Oh, that's so nice. Rain Academy Chancellor for 2 generic and 1 blue. As a wizard legend, it's a 1/1. Whenever you or a permanent you control as a target of a spell or ability controlled by one of your opponents, you may draw a card, and if Rain is enchanted, you may draw another card. This is really beautiful card. Oh wow, that is a blast from the past for me. Okay, we have just 4 boosters left. This is our 4th, so let's go. This is so cool. Okay, we have Saruman, Plains, Pelargir Survivor, Woes Pathfinder, Protector of Gondor, and Rite of Gondor, Elrond, Horses of the Brunnen, and Drought Basin, a long list of the ends, many partings, Mary Esquire of Rohan. This is the first time that we see it in the non-showcase version. We saw it at a pre-release in the showcase version. Receive the messenger in foil, and then a food token. It's not a bad card for sure. You will want it in certain decks. It's not a groundbreaker, so you're not gonna be like, oh my god, you get this, you absolutely can win. But it's a fairly annoying card, and if you can keep it alive, you can keep drawing cards with it. And it will get targeted really quickly though by your opponents because they don't want you to keep drawing cards. So okay, Anduriel, Full Mountain, Star Wars was Gileath, Inherited Envelope, Bombadil's Song, Slip on the Ring, Antish Restoration, Quick Beam Upstart End, Landreval, Horizon Witness, Foray of Orcs. So this is in the scene version, that's nice. Ooh, the Balrog, Durin's Bane in the scene version. This is beautiful, love that. Oh, Storm of Saruman, another mythic, I've seen it before. Bill Furnish, Breeze Swindler in foil, and a treasure token. That's a beautiful, beautiful card like that. Okie doke, 3 more. Come on, come on. Oh, sorry, upside down. Steel then, Island, Glorious Gale, great counter. Raffle has the Storm, Claim the Precious, the Black Breath, Menaldor Swiss Savior, Gwai here, the Windlord, Stern Scolding, love the card, all you found in the scene version, Galadriel of Lothlorien in the showcase version, seen it before. The Ring Goes South, this is a 3 generic and 1 green sorcery. The ring tempts you, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X land cards, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Put those land cards onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest of the bottom of your library in an random order. Not bad for ramping. Not bad for ramping at all. Second Breakfast in foil, nice. And the ring emblem. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. So far we got some decent cards. Decent cards. Okie dokie. Scandalf being dragged. Island. Birthday Escape. Arwen's Gift. Hithlane Knots. Willow Wind. You Cannot Pass. Lost to Legend. Grimo Wormtongue. Peregrine Took in the showcase version. Mirkwood Bats, nice, finally. I was looking for these in the Borderless Scene Art version. I'm really happy we got these. One Ring to Rule Them All. The Saga. Okay, Grishna Brash Instigator in foil. And then a food token. Okay, last booster. And then we can go. Okie dokie. This is, yeah, this is 3 beer. That's really cool. Okay, Swamp. Urkai Berserker. Mordor Trebuchet. Rush the Room. Orc High Crusher. Marsh from the Black Gate. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant. Malkor Urkai Captain, which we've seen before. Book of Muzzerbull Saga. Oh, for Vorks in the scene version. Battle of Bywater is a 1 generic and 2 white sorcery. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, and create a 4 token for each creature you control. Very good white for actually the white deck. White green, white black, very good actually. Ooh. And we get a foil, the Grey Havens in the scene version. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And then a human soldier token. So that's it for our set booster box unboxing. We've received 8 separate different list slot cards, which is insane. We usually don't get that. 4 normal mythics, alongside, you know, there's other extra ones like this one. And then we got an array of rares. Let's see what they are. Yeah. I think we didn't break the bank, as they say, because we didn't get the most expensive cards or the most sought after cards in the set, except for maybe the Delighted Halfling. But we did get some decent cards, and I'm really happy with them. Really, really, really happy with them. Here we have the showcase versions. I love these ring showcase versions. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous, honestly. I think they're really, really well done. And yeah, that's it. And then we have a couple of foils, but that's it. Yeah, so far we are extremely happy with the set. We've opened already 2 boxes and the pre-release pack. amazing cards, so much flavor out of it, which is insane. And yeah, it was just overall a lot of fun to just see these cards come to life, and from the story that I read as a kid. That's really beautiful. There, I noticed there's a lot of duplication in the art, you know, the scene slots, because of course the rarity does affect what you're going to open. But I've seen so many partings or nasty ends or downline Kerbane compared to other ones that I'm wondering if the randomization is any good. But other than that, yeah, that's it. We really enjoy this, and we will be unboxing many more products of this expansion. So please make sure you like and subscribe our channel. It really does help us a lot, and we hope to see you in the next videos. Until then, be good, be kind, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.